Hello children, how are you all? Hope all you are fine. And for class 3 children, today I am going to tell a new lesson from social subject, and the lesson name is Our Beautiful Country. Yes, so what is our country children? Our country is India. So all of them open page number 221. Okay, so here it will be like this. Now India is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It has many landforms. Some places have mountains while others have flat land. So India is the most beautiful country. Our country is most beautiful country, and also in the world. In the world itself it is one of the beautiful country, and it has many landforms. Yes, so in India there are many landforms. All the areas are same? No. So there are different landforms in India. Like some places have mountains while other have flat lands. Yes, in the north side we will see mountains. Mountains means hill stations. Yes, like that. So some places are flat. So now the place where we are living is flat area. Okay, in that way there are mountain areas. Yes, at some places the land is made up of rocks. Some places the land is made up of rocks, and at other places it is covered with sand. Let us read about these diverse landforms. Okay, so there are different landforms in India. First we will learn about hills and mountains. First topic is hills and mountains. What are hills children? Hills and mountains. Yes, hills and mountains. A high land with a round top is called hill. So what is hill? A high land with a round top is called hill. Okay, next. The Vindhya ranges in central India and the Nilagiri hills in South India are examples of hills. So Vindhya ranges and Nilagiri hills are the examples for the hills. Vindhya ranges in central India. In central India there are Vindhya ranges. Vindhya. Vindhya ranges and Nilagiri hills. Hills. So these are the examples for hills. These are the examples for hills. Okay. So Vindhya ranges are situated in central India, and Nilagiri hills are situated in South India. Okay. So are examples of hills. Very high hills with sharp tops are called mountains. So here when these hills have a sharp tops like this, so these we called as mountains. We call this type of areas as mountains. Okay, the Himalayan mountain ranges lie in the north. So where does the Himalaya ranges will lie in the north. And next, there are many peaks in these mountains. So in this mountain of Himalayan mountains have many peaks. So most of them remain covered with snow. So always the Himalayan ranges are covered with snow. Okay, so in the mountain regions it is cold throughout the year. So throughout the year mountain ranges are very cold. Mountain ranges are very cold throughout the year. So here we have some seasons like winter, summer, rainy season, okay, autumn season. In these way we have some seasons, but in the mountain areas the climate remains same throughout the year. It is very cold throughout the year, falling snow and everything. So throughout the year it was very cold. It is cold throughout the year. Mount Everest on the Nepal-China border is the highest peak in the Himalayan mountain ranges. So there are many peaks on the Himalayas. So in that Mount Everest is the highest peak. Remember this point children, Mount Everest is the highest peak. So that lies in between China and Nepal border. On the in between China and Nepal border, these Mount Everest peak is located. Okay, as well as in the world. In the world itself, Mount Everest is the highest peak. So, many rivers such as Ganga, Yamuna, Satluj and Brahmaputra originate in these mountains and flow down to the plains. So, we have some rivers. What are that rivers? Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Satluj. Okay. These rivers are also originated from these Himalayas. So, the snow on these Himalayas will fall down, and later they will form in the glaciers. So, that glaciers will produce the water, and later that water is going to form like a rivers. So, from that rivers are Ganga, Yamuna, Satluj and Brahmaputra. These are the rivers which are originated from the mountains. Okay. Next, these rivers are formed by the melting snow. So, how these rivers are going to form? They were formed by the melting of snow. These rivers were formed. Next, plains. What are plains, children? Second topic is plains. Flat areas are called plains. Flat areas are called plains. Flat and level land is called a plain. So, we are living in the place where we are living in Hyderabad and South India, mostly it is. These places are plains, like this is a flat land, right? So, there are no hills and no ups and downs in our areas. So, these type of areas we call as plains. So, we are living on the plains. Okay. So, flat and level land is called to be as plains. To the south of the Himalayas lie the Great Plain of India. In the plains, summer are hot and the winters are cold. Rivers such as Ganga and Yamuna flow through these plains. So, here children, I already said. So, in Himalayas the climatic condition is level. It is equal throughout the year. Okay. So, but in the plains, here we have summer, winter, all these seasons we have in these places. Plains have winter, rainy, summer, everything, all the seasons we can see on these plains. Okay. So, there is no stable in the climatic condition, like a river such as Ganga and Yamuna flow through these plains. So, the Ganga river and the Yamuna rivers will flow these plains. These rivers have made the soil fertile. So, what these rivers are going to do? These rivers will make the soil fertile. As a result, many crops grown here. So, that is the reason many crops, they can also grow many crops here. Okay. Next, there is a narrow strip of flat land along the eastern and the western coastals of India. It is known as the eastern coastal plain and the western coastal plain. So, examples for this plains are eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain. Next, respectively, these plains meet at the Kanyakumari. So, at last these plains are going to meet at Kanyakumari. Where is the Kanyakumari? See here children, this is our country India. Okay. So, here the Himalayas are situated, means hill stations. So, these are the flat areas, plains. These are the hilly stations, mountain places. Here these are the this is the flat land, that is plain. Okay. So, this is the plain. Okay. So, here from here the rivers, whatever these plains meet the Kanyakumari, rivers such as Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, next Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri flow through these plains and fall into the sea. The coastal areas are neither very hot nor very cold. See here children, here the seas are located. Okay, and the Kanyakumari is here. So, at last the rivers, everything will be come and meet here in the Kanyakumari. Okay. So, this eastern coastal plains and western coastal plains will meet at the point of Kanyakumari. Okay. Next, plateaus. What are plateaus? A high land with steep sides and a flat top is called a plateau. Okay. So, the plateaus and the other topics we will discuss in the next classes children, plateaus, desert, islands. So, these three topics I am going to explain in the next class. So, today whatever the topics I said is hills and mountains and plains. So, from the lesson our beautiful country, our country is India. So, our India has different landforms, our India has different landforms like hills and mountains and plains, plateaus, deserts, islands. So, today I have explained you two topics, that is hills and mountains and plains. Okay. So, hills and mountains means hill stations. Hill stations or mountains, we called it as hill stations are called to be as hills. Okay. So, example for this hills and mountains are Vindhya ranges and Nilagiri hills. So, these are the examples for hills. Mountains, Himalayas are the mountains, Himalayan mountains are the examples. Okay. So, in that there are many peaks, in that Mount Everest is the highest peak. Okay. Plains, what are plains? Flat and level lands are called to be as plains. Okay. So, these plains are situated in coastal coastal area of the India. Okay. So, examples for these plains are eastern coastal plains, western coastal plains, eastern coastal plains and western coastal plains. These plains meet at the Kanyakumari. So, at last these plains are going to meet at the Kanyakumari, which is under the, which is corner to the India, down bottom to the India. Okay. So, here also there are many rivers. Okay. Like rivers such as Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, okay, Krishna, Godavari. Okay. So, these rivers will flow through these plains. Okay. These rivers will flow through these plains. Okay. And the coastal areas are neither very hot nor very cold. So, these are the coastal areas where these rivers are going to flow. That areas are coastal areas, means the area which is near to the sea, we call that as coastal area. So, most of the time these coastal areas are very hot. Okay. So, very hot or cold. Okay. So, this is about today's class children. Hope all you have understand. See you in the next class children.